All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're not just talking about disaster recovery. We're building the definitive blueprint for doing it right at the enterprise level. We're going to get straight into the actionable steps you need to take to protect your organization. So let's start with the one question that really keeps people up at night. Because look, it's not a matter of if something's going to happen, it's a matter of when. And just having a plan tucked away in a binder, that's not being ready. You need a proven, resilient, and automated strategy that you know for a fact is going to work when the pressure is on. So here's the game plan. We've laid this out as a clear 5-step journey. We'll start with the absolute fundamentals, move into designing the architecture, then get into automation and testing, and finally, we'll show you how to pull it all together. Okay, let's lay the groundwork. Every single solid DR plan out there is built on these two crucial metrics. And trust me, these aren't just tech jargon, they're the bridge that connects what your business needs with what your technology delivers. First things first. Before you can protect anything, you gotta know what's most important, right? A business impact analysis does exactly that. It forces you to have those tough conversations and rank your applications based on revenue, compliance, customer impact, the whole deal. This gives you clear tiers so you know exactly what needs the most protection and why. All right, first up is your RTO. The easiest way to think about this, it's your stopwatch. The moment a disaster hits, that clock starts ticking. Your RTO is the absolute deadline for getting an application back up and running. For your crown jewels, that might be just a few minutes. For something less critical, maybe a few hours. This one number dictates everything about how fast you need to move. And next up, we have its partner, the RPO. Now, if RTO is about time, RPO is all about data. It answers the question, how much data can we afford to lose? An RPO of 5 minutes means your recovered data can't be more than 5 minutes old. See? If you need a near zero RPO, you're going to need continuous replication. If a day's worth of data loss is okay for a dev system, your needs are totally different. So now that we have our foundation, we know our RTO and RPO for each tier, we can get to the fun part, choosing the right recovery architecture. This is where those business requirements start to take physical shape in your technical design. And I can't stress this enough. Trying to apply the same strategy to everything is a huge mistake. If you use a super expensive instant failover plan for every single app, you're just burning money. But if you use a cheap, slow strategy for your most critical application, well, that's a massive business risk. The whole game is about matching the solution to the need, balancing cost, complexity, and speed. And this table here, it just lays it out so clearly. You can literally map your application tiers to these topologies. For those lower tier apps, a simple low-cost backup and restore might be perfect. But for your mission-critical, revenue-generating services, you're definitely looking at a warm standby, or maybe even an active-active setup for that instant recovery. You can see right here how the cost and complexity ramp up as the speed increases. Okay, this is where your strategy really comes to life. We're talking about engineering an automated, repeatable recovery process. Why? Because doing a failover by hand is slow, it's full of potential for human error, and it's just not going to cut it for the aggressive RTOs that businesses need today. Automation isn't a nice-to-have, it's absolutely essential. But here's the thing about a real enterprise environment. It's messy, right? It's not all one thing. You've got critical databases, hundreds of VMs, huge buckets of object storage, and each one needs its own protection strategy, but they all have to work together perfectly. So how do you solve that puzzle? You use a multi-layered approach with the right pattern for each job. That means things like continuous replication for databases where you can't lose a single transaction. It means efficient block-level replication for your VMs to save bandwidth. And of course, you're wrapping everything in security with immutable storage to fight ransomware, and end-to-end encryption to protect data everywhere it lives. Now, trying to juggle all of those different patterns is where things get really complicated. And honestly, that's the exact problem our platform was built to solve. We automate all these complex replication and protection jobs, giving you one central place, a single pane of glass, to manage and orchestrate data protection across your entire company. And a seamless failover? It's like a high-stakes technical ballet. It's not just one button push. It's a precise, orchestrated sequence of events, from freezing writes on one side to making sure every last bit of data is copied over, to switching all your network traffic. This whole chain has to be automated. It's the only way you're going to hit your RTO without somebody making a mistake under pressure. So, you've designed it, you've automated it, you're done, right? No way.
A DR plan is only as good as its last test. Seriously. A plan that just sits on a shelf is a liability. You have to be constantly validating it, proving that it works, and finding the gaps before a real disaster finds them for you.
Your plan has to be a living, breathing thing, and you prove it with a strict, regular testing schedule. We're talking monthly tabletop exercises where you just walk through the plan, quarterly failovers of smaller individual services, and at least twice a year, full-scale drills for your most critical applications. Every single test is a chance to learn and get better. Now this is a powerful idea, DR-aware observability. It means your monitoring dashboards can't just be for normal, everyday operations. They have to be built to track things like replication lag, and, this is the most important part, to measure your actual RTO and RPO during a test or a real event. Because if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. Simple as that.
All right, we've walked through the entire blueprint. We covered the metrics, the design, the automation, the testing. Now for the most important part, actually making it happen. Because a blueprint is just the beginning.
And here's the reality. Building this stuff at enterprise scale requires deep expertise across a lot of different areas. You need your storage gurus, your networking wizards, your cloud security pros, and your automation experts all working together in perfect harmony. It's a huge undertaking, and there's very little room for error. Bringing all of that expertise together under one roof is a massive challenge, and that's precisely the gap that our technology and our managed services are designed to fill. Our job is to turn this complex blueprint into your day-to-day operational reality. We partner with you to build, automate, and manage a DR solution that's resilient, that's cost-effective, and that's tailored specifically for your business. So, the final thought I want to leave you with is this. You don't have to figure all this complexity out on your own. Building a real enterprise-grade DR solution is a journey, for sure, but it's the one that guarantees your business can stand strong through any disruption. So if you're ready to move from just planning to actually executing, let's talk. Our experts can help you architect a strategy that hits your exact RTO and RPO targets and gives you that real peace of mind that your business is protected. Just shoot us an email at sales@stonefly.com to get the conversation started. Thanks for watching.